liberation!
Up with liberation!
Down, down with occupation!
Down, down with occupation!
Up with liberation!
Up with liberation!
Down, down with occupation!
Down, down with occupation!
Louder! Up with liberation!
Up with liberation!
Down, down with occupation!
Down, down with occupation!
We know that we will see a free Palestine because we have no other choice but to see a free Palestine. No other choice from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free!
Look at yourselves. Look at all of you. Look at your faces. I want you to know what I see. I see unity. I see a beautiful unity. So I'm going to try something. You have to help me. When I say Pennsylvania, you say for Palestine. Ready? Yes. Pennsylvania.
For Palestine!
Pennsylvania.
For Palestine!
Pennsylvania.
For
Pennsylvania.
Palestine!
Amen. Sisters and brothers, in the Psalms that we read, the psalmist writes, how blessed it is when sisters and brothers, siblings, dwell together in unity. The psalmist says, there is great blessing, even life forevermore. Blessing is what this is about. It is a blessing to be with you today. It is a blessing coming from 7, 8 cities all across Pennsylvania to stand in unison for our beloved brothers and sisters in Palestine. I want to thank all of the Muslims. I want to thank all of the Jewish. I want to thank all of the Christians and all of those who stand in humanity. I want to say something though. As a Christian, far too often, even today on our holy day, Palestine is not remembered. And I want to stand in humble honesty to say that we as the Christian church will not let that go. We will not let them be silent anymore. We owe it to all of you. We owe it to everyone in Palestine, and we owe it to Jesus. Sisters and brothers, this season that we are in is Christmas season. What better time for Christians to get their mind on Palestine? What better time for us to wake up and understand that this holiday we celebrate is a Palestinian holiday. Christmas is a Palestinian holiday. The birth of Jesus, the Palestinian Jew, born in Bethlehem under military occupation. He is the one who guides us. We must follow his way. This is my promise, and I want to encourage all those Christians here. If you are celebrating this holiday, remember that the Christians in Palestine cannot celebrate. Remember, the Jerusalem fathers and mothers of the church have said there will be no festivities. Remember, the Bethlehem church has their manger scene with Jesus in the rubble. We cannot celebrate Christmas like normal. We must use our energy and our action and the money that we want to buy presents with and give it to the people of Jesus. Thank you.
It's supposed to be a joke. But I do want to bring forward to us the names of the 3 students in Vermont who were shot recently. Hisham Awatani, Kanan Abdulhamid, and Tahsin Ahmad. And I'm asking that we all hold them in our hearts and in our prayers as they continue their recovery from their gunshot wounds. Now, I have to, don't get nervous because I have the paper, but I want to read a poem for you and it was written in 6th grade. Give us something to think about. This was written in 6th grade by Hisham Awatani, one of the young men who was shot in Vermont over Thanksgiving weekend. And someone just mentioned to me 20 minutes ago that sometimes it's hard to hold on to hope. Now, Hashim is the young man who will never walk again because he was shot in the spine. And so he has a long journey ahead of him. But I'm going to share with you a poem that he wrote in 6th grade in 2015 when he was at the Ramallah Friends School in West Bank. In 6th grade, Hisham wrote this. Hope dwells in my heart. It shines like a light in darkness. This light cannot be smothered. It cannot be drowned out by tears or the screams of the wounded. It only grows in strength. This light can outshine hate. This light can outshine injustice. This light can outshine segregation and apartheid. As of Greek legend, Pandora opened a box. And when she did that, all the evil escaped. But luckily, Pandora closed the jar before hope could escape. And as long as hope stayed in that jar, hope would never escape. So I ask you one thing. Learn from that story, brothers and sisters. Learn to never give up hope. Learn to let hope give power. In the darkest of time, the light of hope will shine. 6th grader in Palestine.
When I say people, you say power. People!
Power!
People!
Power!
People!
Power!
People!
Power!
People!
Power!
People!
Power!
Please welcome and help me welcoming Rabbi Lonnie from Philadelphia.
My name is Rabbi Lonnie Kleinman. As a rabbi, I believe in the sanctity of life and the power of solidarity. I am the direct descendant of survivors of Nazi genocide, and my ancestors compel me to be here today. I am here to say Jewish grief, Jewish memories, stories, and visions for the future will not be co-opted for the sake of endless war and genocide. My grief will not be weaponized. I will not relinquish my Judaism to those who wish to turn it into the idolatry of nationalism. Today marks the 3rd day of the holiday of Hanukkah, a holiday that shines light on all that is vital in this moment. There are many Jewish laws and traditions I could shine light on, but one supersedes them all. Break any law, violate any tradition to save a life for pikuach nefesh. Anytime, anywhere, saving a life is demanded. We are witnessing a direct violation of pikuach nefesh in Gaza, in the West Bank, the killing of thousands of people, an unbearable amount of which are children. We are witnessing the destruction of so many lives, so many worlds. And some of my Jewish siblings have said that it is due to pikuach nefesh that the killing of thousands of people in Gaza is necessary. But we know this is not true. Shame. This killing, this genocide is not self-defense. It will not keep anyone safe. It does not save lives in the present or the future. The slaughtering of Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank is ending the possibility of a future for so many, for everyone, and the reverberations are felt around the world. Shame. The grief is unbearable. How can we possibly grieve and act at the same time? But we have no choice. We must mourn the dead, and we must fight like hell for the living. To shift the tides will require nothing short of a mass movement that refuses to rest, like you here today refuses to let our government rest until we end Israel's genocidal war on Palestinians. This means ceasefire. Ceasefire now! 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 It means ending apartheid! It means ending apartheid! It means liberation for every Palestinian! Here today to cry out to the heavens to say, not in my name. Not in my name. I am here representing a Judaism that rejects vengeance and stands with the struggle for Palestinian justice and liberation. I am here linking into a rich history of anti-Zionist Jews and activists, knowing that Judaism has existed for thousands of years beyond Zionism. A Judaism beyond Zionism is possible, and it is here. Paramount to the vision of this future is the knowledge I hold deep in my core that my safety and liberation is bound up with the safety and liberation of every single one of you here today. I believe in the shared future, one free of militarism, one free of domination, one free of oppression. And here, in this very moment, I want to invite you to lean into relationship, to hold your loved ones tighter, to come a little closer, to love a little deeper, to reach out to your neighbor, to share tales of your ancestors. Meet me at the corner. Let's go.
When I say people, you say power, people, people. Our salutations be upon the beloved Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, upon the beloved prophets and messengers Moses and Jesus and Abraham, and all of the prophets and messengers of Allah, Allahumma ameen. My dear respected brothers and sisters, in a moment I'm going to ask you to join me in prayer, as we know that where all of the leaders of the world, including the leaders of our country here, when they have failed us and they have contributed to this genocide and this occupation campaign, that the one and the only that will bring an end to this occupation is none other than God Almighty. And we, as His slaves and servants, we rely on Him and Him alone. And we know that He, the one who created the heavens and the earth, and who made us, mankind, the custodians of the face of the earth, to establish the peace and the justice on this face of this earth, that we will be able to do so when we turn to Him. When our brothers and sisters in humanity, our brothers and sisters in faith, those who claim to be the followers of Moses, follow the example of Moses. When those who claim to be the followers of Jesus follow the example of the beloved Jesus Christ, peace be upon him. And the Muslims, they wake up from their division and their heedlessness, and they come and stand as you have stood here today in unity and solidarity for establishing the justice and the peace that Allah has commanded us with. We are here to defend our defenseless brothers and sisters where the world has remained silent, where our even homeland countries in Turkey, in Syria, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in other countries, in Saudi Arabia, where having the Palestinian flag has become a crime. My dear brothers and sisters, the shame and the disgrace we see from our own Muslim brothers and sisters. We know those leaders do not represent us. We are the people, and we represent the people, and we represent and we stand with our Palestinian brothers and sisters. My dear respected brothers and sisters, when Salah ad-Din al-Ayyubi rahmatullahi alayhi entered the blessed gates of Palestine, and he, as the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said himself that we as Muslims, if you grant us the opportunity to establish justice in these lands, not a single hospital, not a single place of worship, not a single home will be desecrated or harmed. Not a single living creature will be harmed under the rule of true Muslims. Our Jewish brothers and sisters, our Christian brothers and sisters, they are safe with us. We will give our lives in defending them. And that is what Salah ad-Din al-Ayyubi rahmatullahi alayhi did when he liberated Jerusalem. Once again, we are here to liberate the blessed lands of Jerusalem and Bayt al-Maqdis. So come together in dua, in prayer, as we call upon Allah the Almighty to unite us and to liberate the blessed lands of Jerusalem. Allahumma harrir al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Allahumma harrir arda Filistin wa ahlaha min as-sahayinati al-ghasibin. Allahumma a'id Masjid al-Aqsa ila rihab al-Muslimin. Allahumma taqabbal shuhada'ahum. اللهم اشف مرضاهم اللهم فك أسرهم اللهم يا ربنا أعد مسجد الأقصى إلى رحاب المسلمين. Oh Allah, we call upon you with all of your blessed names. Oh Allah, liberate the lands of Jerusalem, especially our brothers and sisters in Gaza and Palestine. Oh Allah, bring an end to the genocide. Oh Allah, we ask you to save our brothers and sisters in Jerusalem, in Gaza and Palestine, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Oh Allah, those who have been martyred, grant them entry into paradise without any questioning or hardship. Oh Allah, those who remain, oh Allah, grant them the safety and the security that they desperately need. Oh Allah, provide for them the food and the medicine that they are urgently in need of. Oh Allah, grant us the ability, facilitate us in liberating Bayt al-Maqdis and Jerusalem from the occupation that is genociding them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Oh Allah, we ask you to accept from us our humble efforts in standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters. And we ask you to forgive us in our silence, our complacency, our inability to bring forth the necessary justice and peace in the sacred lands of Jerusalem. Oh Allah, liberate Masjid al-Aqsa, liberate Gaza, liberate all of Palestine, and free them from their oppression and their oppressors, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Oh Allah, bring the end of the modern day pharaohs. Oh Allah, make an example of those who challenge your might and genocide your innocent servants. Oh Allah, bring the downfall of the tyrants and the oppressors of today. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Labbayka ya Aqsa. Labbayka ya Aqsa. Labbayka ya Aqsa. our warrior, Linda Sarsour.
Salam alaikum, Pennsylvania. You look amazing and you look so powerful. And I want to tell you that sometimes we feel helpless and we feel like we're not doing enough for our Palestinian sisters and brothers. But we're not just here because we believe that we can change the conditions of our sisters and brothers right now. We are here to ensure that the whole world knows that our government does not represent the American people. I am here to protect my humanity. You are here to protect your humanity. This building that is behind you has offices of people who work for you, the people of Pennsylvania. You are their employers. So you get to fire and you get to hire. And I will tell you as a fellow New Yorker that there's a lot of people in Pennsylvania that are in elected office that need to be fired. We can start with your governor. We can go to your United States Senator, Mr. Fetterman. Shame, shame, shame. So we'll talk a bit more about that later. But let's talk about what you're gonna do while you're here. We're gonna march through the streets of the Pennsylvania Capitol. Because these are your streets. These are your streets. So when you walk and march down these streets, I want you to walk tall. I want you to put your shoulders back. I want you to hold your head held high. And I want you to set an example for the little children who are here today that you brought with you. I want you to send them a message that they are worthy, that they are valuable, and that you are willing to use your voice not only to fight for their humanity, but the humanity of the children of Gaza. So when you're marching, I want you to be loud. Because you may think that nobody hears you, but the media outlets here, they're going to make sure you get heard. The social media accounts here, you're going to be heard. So today is your day to represent the people of Pennsylvania. When I think of Pennsylvania, I want to think of you, a people of courage, a people of justice, and a people who are willing to come outside, and some of you drive hours to say that you are not only in solidarity with the Palestinian people, but you are against those and willing to work against those who support genocide. So are we ready? All right, so here's what we're gonna do, because we gotta show the people that we're organized. There's a truck right here. You see the little truck with the red tent right here? You see that? Everybody sees that? Okay. So what's gonna happen right now is we got marshals on both sides. The people on this side, you're gonna follow the people on this side, and you all are gonna turn that way, right? You're gonna turn that way, march down these stairs, and get behind this red truck. And we're gonna march to the governor's mansion. Just so you know, you pay the rent over there. Just so we're clear. It is because of you and your taxpayer dollars that this state is even able to run. So make sure that when you walk, that's how you walk. I walk like a boss because I'm a boss. You walk like a boss because you are the boss. So are we ready? Where's my marshals? Where are my marshals? All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Yep. Yeah, so word on the street is Joe Biden's coming Pennsylvania. And I'm sure there are going to be some really good organizers. Philly tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that the organizers know that. Because I know the organizers in Philadelphia, and they will not let Joe Biden sleep. Let's just say that Pennsylvania, Philly, got some of the best organizers in America. So y'all are in good hands. So here's what we're gonna do so we're organized. Everybody that's here, start getting and lining up behind this truck. You all right here, start lining up. So these people behind you can start lining up. And then all of you over there, let's go, because we're ready to march, and we're gonna hear some more incredible people outside of the governor's mansion, and then we're gonna come right back here, and we're gonna have our final words, and then we're gonna talk about what we do next, because this is just one day, sisters and brothers. We gotta be outside every day. We gotta be loud every day for the people of Palestine.
Yeah! Free Palestine!
Everybody listen up! Everybody listen up! Stay behind the truck! Stay behind the banner, inshallah. Like we said, we are gonna move as one. Tiny, can you get in the truck, brother? We are gonna move as one, collectively, with one voice, one pace, one movement, one message, and one goal. To free Palestine! 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 Free Palestine!
Muslim, you know that rain is a blessing from Allah. This is a sign that Allah believes what you are doing is right, and He is pouring His blessings upon you all today. Today was an incredible day for Pennsylvania. You showed people that you can organize from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, from Pittsburgh to Lancaster, from Lancaster to Allentown, and from Allentown to Harrisburg. Sisters and brothers, do not ever fall into hopelessness or despair. And know that every time you get up and show up, there's a purpose. And I'm going to share a really quick story with you and then some instructions, and everybody's going to go home safely. I learned of a story of an old gentleman during the time of the war in Vietnam. And every day he went outside the White House holding a candle, opposing the war in Vietnam. So a journalist saw him the first day, the second day, the third week, the fourth week, the fifth month. And so the journalist came to him one day and said, "What do you think you're doing here? Do you really think that you're standing here by yourself with this candle is really making a difference? Do you think anybody cares about what you're doing? Do you think you could change these people in the White House making these decisions?" And the old man said to the reporter, "Hold on a second. I'm not here standing by myself because I believe that I can change somebody, people who are evil and pro-war. I come here every single day because I will not allow them to change me." So when you come to these rallies and you come outside and you come to the meetings, you are preserving and protecting your own humanity. You will not fall into the hatred and the warmongering of these United States of America, because you are better than that. And our young people, the little children who are here today and those around you in your life, you are their example. You are their power, and you are their vision for a future that values their life and values the lives of children all over the world, including in Gaza. So in this process, as you watch bloodshed, as you watch children being blown to smithereens with our taxpayer dollars, do not lose your humanity. We have a lot of work to do. And after this rally, many of the organizers will be meeting folks from across the state to build a strong statewide network to advocate for the Palestinian people and also to build political power together. So here's what I need you to do, because I don't like people who come to rallies and get fired up and then you go home and nobody told you what to do. We got work, I got work, you got work. Tomorrow is December 11th, and we've been called on by the people of Gaza to join in a global strike. Sisters and brothers, you don't gotta go to work tomorrow, take a day off. Don't send your children to school tomorrow. When your children ask you and say, "Why am I not going to school, Mama?" you say, "Because we are standing in solidarity with the people of Palestine." Teach your children to engage in activism at a young age. Do not shop tomorrow unless you have to get very urgent necessities like medication and food for your family. Do not shop, do not go online, do not go on Amazon. Do not feed this capitalist system. This is something that we all can do. Me, I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna tell you why, because I have the privilege of being an organizer and an activist, and as long as what you're doing got something to do with Palestine, then you can go to work. Number two, many of you know that the pro-Israel lobby has $100 million on the table for 2024. One of their biggest targets is a black woman from the state of Pennsylvania. And her name is Congresswoman Summer Lee. Sisters and brothers, it is not easy to be a member of Congress. It's not easy being a black woman in Congress. And it sure ain't easy being a black woman in Congress who supports the Palestinian people. So here's what I need you to do. You're gonna go to summer4pa.com, and on your way home, you are gonna give whatever you can. $5, $10, $50, $5,000 if you can. Actually, you can't give $5,000 because I think that's more than the limit.
You can give $6,600.
Oh, look at that, Pennsylvania. You're all better than us in New York. You could actually give up to $6,600. Or to Summer. Organize your friends. Go to your family members and say, can I get 50 people in my community, 20 people in my family to give to Summer? You know why? Because we don't need pro-Israel lobby money. We got people money. We got grassroots money. So make sure you send a message to the pro-Israel lobby by supporting the members of Congress who are standing with us in the face of major opposition. And then tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that, show up. Show up. Sometimes you say, Sister Linda, I'm tired today. Actually, there's a movie on television I want to watch. Actually, I want to go to my friend's house today. And people are not going to miss me at the rally. No one's going to know if I went or I didn't. I know if you went or you didn't. You know why? Because 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 is mass mobilization. So do not ever underestimate your power as one person and the power of your body that stands in places like these. And then elections are coming up, and I know a lot of people are disillusioned from this democracy. And the democracy in America is a very flawed democracy. But I promise you, if voting didn't work, they wouldn't be trying to take people's voting rights away from them. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. You hire the ones you like, and you fire the ones who oppose you. And that's the message for Governor Shapiro. Let me tell you about your governor for a second. Your governor is using the governor's mansion as a stepping stone for his future political ambitions. Don't you think he just came up in here to be your governor? He has his eyes set on something in the next couple of years. And what I need Pennsylvania to do is send him a strong message. We will not allow for anyone, Governor Shapiro or anybody else, who sits idly by while there is a genocide, go and get the privilege of being our commander-in-chief in the White House. And I'm sure they'll tell you how to help them when you follow some of their Instagram accounts. And you know, there's a Philly Coalition for Palestine, there's the Care Philadelphia chapter, there's, I'm sure there are some, what is it? Tell me the name of the org. Harrisburg Palestine Coalition. Let me tell you why I say that. Freedom is not free in America. Freedom is not free. The opposition is organizing their money around apartheid, around hate and divisiveness. You got to organize your money around the people who are organizing right now. So you got $20, $50, give it to these organizers. You think that this tent, these speakers, their trucks that they bought out here, this all costs money. And these organizers should not be responsible for paying these types of things. We are a community and we got to show up and help one another. So I pray that you all go home safely, and please stay in touch with the Harrisburg Palestine Coalition, the Philly Palestine Coalition, and the many organizations that are doing incredible work in your state. And inshallah, we're going to see you back outside very soon. Assalamu alaikum.